Hey guys, I just wanted to take a second. Thank you all. We just cracked the 100,000 subscriber thing on YouTube, and everyone tells me that's a big milestone number. We've been doing this for about 2.5 years to get to the 100,000, but we've gotten almost 20,000 in the last like 3 months. And to be 100% honest with you, it's only in the last, say, 5 weeks since we started at Aura that I really figured out what I really want to be doing. And I think we're clearly on it now, and I know what I'm talking about, and I know what I'm saying in a new way and an important way. And I think that's why we're getting the response that we're getting. So I want to thank you for that. And as a little give back to you guys, I'm like the giving tree over here. I just posted on Twitter if you guys had any questions for me. So I got a zillion responses, but I'm just gonna plow through a couple of them real quick. So, I lost my place here. Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. Paulie asks, is there a danger in the ongoing fight against the regressive left that could lead to complacency and standing up against the right? I think this is a really, really great question, and a lot of people have asked me this on a bunch of different forums, that eventually, if we keep fighting against this regressive left, if somehow either we would end up in bed with the right, or we'd start letting the right get away with things that we won't let the left get away with. I suppose there is a risk in that, but at the moment, we gotta fight the good fight on our side. As I've said before, the Tea Party dragged the right off the deep end, and now we have to keep the left in check before the regressives do that. So I do think there's a risk there, but I don't think we're at that point when we can be worrying about that just yet. Ebna Sexbo, or something to that effect, said, if cultural libertarians want to form a political party, do you think they should run as Republican or Democrat? I mean, I hate both parties. I think they're both pretty awful, and they're both sold out to the same people. I'd say this could actually be a chance. Cultural libertarians, we take from both sides. We take from both sides equally, because we have a certain set of principles that we're standing up for that don't line up with either party anymore. So I think this could be a viable third party, haha, if that was ever a possibility. You know, Pascal Leroux said, is there a reason behind the format where you show certain clips before releasing the full video? Again, a lot of guys have asked me this also. You know, partly we do it because on digital places, people like short form stuff. So we have to put out a bunch of clips quick, and then we get to the full ones, because it's very rare that people watch, you know, a 50 or 60 minute interview, although you guys are doing it, and I like that because that's what I prefer to do. So that's part of it, just because that's the way people ingest these things. The other part is that if we put out a couple videos, 100% honestly, we get more ad revenue. That's just it. I'm not paid by the ad revenue specifically, but that is sort of how the game works. It just is. That being said, as I said in the original rules when we started this thing, we're not doing clickbait. We're not trying to trick you guys into watching. So that's why we're doing that. Let's see. Tom Flanagan wants to know if the left and right are still relevant labels. You know, as I said before, I hate labels. I hate this Democrat versus Republican thing. Here, we're going to turn around and go this way now. Watch this. Okay, look at this. Holy cow. Okay. So I hate these labels. I hate talking about these things because I think the vast majority of us want basically the same stuff, and you know, we live in this cable news manufactured outrage thing to get everybody angry at each other instead of talking about things. So I'm trying to get past that with the show, and I think that's what you guys are digging about it. Let's see, I can't see. Constructive discourse. This is from Jared James. Constructive discourse is rare in our culture. You're fighting good fight, but should this be something education is tackling? Yes, 100% education. We have to, that's why this thing about safe spaces and trigger warnings and all this crap in colleges is so crazy. We need education. You have to hear other voices and voices that you don't like, and as well as the ones you agree with, so that you can figure out what you believe, find the truth. But if you hide half the information and you immediately toss people that you disagree with out as bigots and racists and all of that nonsense, then yeah, we're never gonna move forward as a society. All right, just a couple quick more. Abandoned packet. Don't have any questions, but want to say I'm glad I checked out your channel. You're very well adjusted and smart. All right, I thought that was a question, but I'll take it. William Gray Young, are there any other main topics in the future you'd like to discuss more than the authoritarian left? Yes, for sure. You know, I didn't really talk about this much until the last 6 weeks, and it's funny because by me talking about it, clearly you guys have wanted to talk about it too. So I'm doing what I just think is important to me, and it's nice and it's validating that you guys feel that way too. But yeah, as you know, Sam Harris said in our interview, that when he talks about a lot of this stuff, it's at such an opportunity cost. He'd rather talk about philosophy and spirituality and things like that. And for me, yeah, I'd love to talk more about science. I really do love politics, you know, just the nitty-gritty of politics, which is why an election year is exciting for me. But I want to talk with philosophers and scientists, and I wanted to just talk about the human experience, and hopefully we can move past some of this stuff. I'll just do two more. Michael Higgins, why the multiple network changes? So I was on TYT, as you guys know, and then I was on Riot for a couple months, and now Aura. Basically, Riot made me a really nice offer from TYT, and I did explain to you guys in the Sam interview that I was kind of over the politics anyway. And then at Riot, basically Aura made me a really good offer too, and they wanted to do more of the political stuff. And Riot, which is a fantastic company doing some really great stuff, and I hopefully will partner with them with some other things in the future. They're doing more like digital journalism out in the field, not as much studio stuff. So it was just a better fit. And all right, one more. Sue Knight Zero, any ambitious endgame goals? I mean, that's a great question. I don't know. I feel like I've been doing this forever. I did 14 years of stand-up in New York. I had a Sirius XM show for a while. TYT, Riot, here we are. Honestly, I just want to keep having good discussions. Keep having good discussions. Let's see where this happens. I think we can get long form back. I think we can get tolerance back. We're doing it. We're doing it right now. And I think we're just going to keep doing it. So that's not really an end game as much as the journey. But stick with me, people. We're going to keep doing it.